Huh. These days are kind of like fading away, like a dream. I wonder if that means something.
I don't know, man. That's actually really deep.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, they fade, and then you just start back up again the next day as if nothing happened.
It's like you start all over, and in the
It's
end,
like you're in like a never-ending cycle in this game.
I don't know what to think about that. It's kind of weird.
That's the only thing. It's like, I mean, your character is essentially yourself because there's no characterization with this person.
You
All
never
hear
talk. For all we know, we could be Gordon Freeman.
All you hear is the inner thoughts of Gordon Freeman.
Why the fuck do I dream like this? This is his dream between Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2.
But like, you never see yourself. There's no mirrors in this game in any way. So pretty much, like, I think this game attempts to kind of, you know, put yourself into, or make you the character as much as possible.
Yeah.
But like, I've noticed this repetitive pattern that we just keep going, and nothing keeps, like, there's nothing that keeps driving me forward, but I keep going. You know what I mean?
I guess that's life in a way. There's no reason to keep going at times, but yet you just pick yourself up and you keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. And then, like, I don't even know where to start with the textures.
Maybe
those are
just
just insane. Like,
Oh.
maybe keep going.
Maybe they're like symbolize our desires because we have the sexual textures, but then we have like
Right.
happy town, which is just maybe the human desire to like crave, I don't know, good things in its life and happiness and pursue it, and maybe like the natural world is our love of nature.
But why does and that's why the Gray Man shows up so much in Happy Town.
Because it's our fear that it's going to get taken away from us. 'Cause
Right.
It takes away our flashbacks.
And then he also but how does that explain him appearing the second most frequent in Kyoto?
I thought it was the violence district.
It's one of those two. They're about the same, but if I remember right, it's Kyoto. But I could be dead wrong. I'm not sure. I haven't actually we haven't wikied this in years.
It's very true.
And that's a literal statement there. That's not an exaggeration by any stretch of the word. It's been years since we've actually opened a wiki during this playthrough.
Yes.
2, to be exact.
Maybe because Kyoto represents maybe somewhat of a home. Like,
I was about to say, yeah, like Kyoto seems more like a homely, like, comfortable home environment.
Yeah.
But it also has sections where, like, you'll see the section in there that kind of has, like, the boarded up doors, or the boarded up windows. Maybe that can, I don't know. Oh, man. But, like, you know, it's kind of an interesting thing to think about why this game does, like, why it does what it does and why you keep playing it. And why this fucker keeps scaring the shit out of me.
Because he loves you.
God, I hate him. You fucking ignored me for several days, Terry. For all I know, you were out scaring another guy. Fuck you. You're out on the street. You're out in the cold. Out in the cold. Body and soul. Body and soul. There's nowhere to go. Oh, if anybody gets that reference, you're awesome.
I wonder if we're gonna get in. Fucker!
I hope that guy. Oh, the women.
Yeah, and this place obviously represents your darkest fears. Maybe the cold isolation of the city, the fact that you don't know your neighbors.
Yeah, because I'm not even, like, when I first started playing this game, I was more interested in looking around and seeing, like, what the fuck was going on. Like what am I looking at here? That was what it was. Yeah. But it's now turned into kind of like this psychological thing. Where it's not like so much that I'm discovering anything, it's so much that I just keep experiencing it.
Yeah,
I don't know like how else to explain it. It's hard to explain the feeling of like continually playing this game.
You really can't explain it at times.
Not at all. Like I don't know. I'm not even looking for anything anymore. The exploration part of the game is over.
Basically, yes. You were just going over ground we've already walked over and over again, trying to make sense out of it all.
Exactly.
And I don't think we're gonna get any answers, which is...
I don't know, maybe day 365 will have something interesting. Because you said, because I remember you... God, fuck off! Why do you keep appearing? And I remember you saying at the beginning, somewhere in there, I don't know how I remember this, but you said something like, the most interesting day is the last one. Is what the wiki said, at least.
Because, it all leads up to, like, all your touches and everything lead up to it. You'll get weird textures and weird stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Alright. Oh, that's my phone dying. Cool. I have 5% battery. Lovely. I don't care.
Just wait. Like, as soon as we upload this video, all the fans are going to be like, this is the deep one, man.
Well, yeah, well, I guess I'll just title that one. It is kind of deep. It's just like, I'm now, instead of... Was this, like, always like that? Like, with the 3 corners? I don't remember it being like that.
I don't think so either.
And yes, that does say corner. I believe. I could be totally wrong.
We could be totally wrong.
I think it's ground, maybe? I don't know. But, I don't know. I'm not so much... I'm more, like, trying to analyze the game. Like, the last few times that we've played it, we've kind of bullshitted mostly. Yeah. Which, like I know, to some extent, we've already been doing that. But, it's kind of nice to kind of, like, revisit and just kind of actually, like, think about why this game exists and what it's trying to convey. Because it's obviously extremely repetitive. Oh wow, we don't even have 100 days left.
We don't?
And yeah, wow.
Shit.
But I don't know. I mean, you keep trying to find new paths, new ways to chart. I mean, I guess one incentive to keep going is to see where you land on the chart. Yeah. And see where that takes you and how that affects the day. And what does the chart mean? Like, what is that? Like, what's up or down or static? Like, I still have no concept of why specific squares on the chart get chosen.
The wiki really doesn't even know. So.
Exactly. Nobody seems to understand it. Like, what's the algorithm? Why is it like that? What particular objects? Like, is there any way to, like, just rip apart this game? Take objects, like, example, this foot here. And just, like, read... it wouldn't be hexadecimal, obviously. It would read the code of the game and just, you know, take objects such as that foot and see what, like, what code is specifically designed, you know, like why this specific square is chosen. What items direct link to where, and see what kind of similarities they have. You know, like maybe a foot will have a similarity to maybe a hand off in the distance, and they both chart similarly. You don't know. I mean, that's just an example, but I just want someone. I want to see, like, if it's possible, just take apart the game, view the models, and view the flags. Like, what is the programming term for that? Like, view what flag sends you where and what similarity that flag has with other objects in the game. Obviously, I'm no programmer, and I'm not about to explain to you how that works, but I'm sure it's possible to kind of view, like, what links to where and how they are similar and how they interact with each other within the game's code. To kind of, like, maybe analyze what the chart means and what it's doing.
Yeah. I don't know, this game is always something I wanted to know more about, and that's why I tried to find a copy of the Dream Journal, but unfortunately it's super expensive as of right now.
That's unfortunate. Like, you can't get, like, a PDF to read it, at least? Like, I know you like physical copies, but at least, like, if you were able to get it from some sort of digital medium, I mean, you can at least read the journal. Well,
the wiki has it on his website, but it's not in PDF format. It's in this weird format where they basically took pictures of it.
So, PDF.
Yeah, but it's not like scanned or anything like that. Like it's not scanned, and it's not.
It's not scanned, but it's like they took a camera.
From what I saw, yes, it's sort of like that.
Well, I mean, is it legible?
Yeah, it's legible, but it's just.
I mean, that should work.
Let me see
if anything. I mean, I don't know. I mean, even the dream. I haven't read it. I mean, maybe I should.
I've read excerpts of it. It's actually interesting.
This game,
but.
And oh, by the way, like the last 60 days or so we've played, we have not gotten like solid kanji any of these days, or a video for that matter. No, we had 1 or 2 videos, but like, you know how it used to just show like just Japanese text? Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. That hasn't happened in like 60 days.
I wonder why.
And the only reason I know that is because I rewatched the footage. And I just like kind of was like, what? Why is this not happening? Because it was a very common thing early on. Like maybe it cycled through all of its text. Maybe each time the text shows up, it's something different and it's never repetitive. So it already cycled through each text that it wanted to show you. But obviously we have no idea what it says because we're not Japanese.
I wonder if someone made a translation of it.
There have been people who send me translations through YouTube comments, which is great. But it's like some abstract poetic kind of stuff, I think. From what I've gathered, from what people have told me in the comments for how credible the YouTube commenters are. That's not sarcastic, because actually a lot of the shit you say is pretty informative. Some of it's pretty stupid. So stop commenting. No, I'm kidding. No, but yeah, some people. There's a big debate early on in some of my videos. Not really a big debate, but there are like a couple people, one like arguing whether or not it was a girl who wrote the journal, or a man, or whatever. I don't care. I don't care. All I know is an interesting thing, a piece of literature I'd be interested in reading.
It would be. I would love to get my hands on a copy, and if anyone knows how or why,
it
could be great.
Right. So raccoon assholes.
Raccoon assholes?
Sauteed raccoon assholes.
Delicious.
On a stick.
Okay.
Courtesy of the George Carlin.
The George Carlin?
The George
Not just
Carlin.
George Carlin, the George Carlin.
No, because I'm sure there's another George Carlin in the world. And if you're watching this, fuck off. I'm talking about the George Carlin, okay?
Stand-up comedian.
Yes.
I thought you meant my doctor, George Carlin. He gives me weird back alley colonoscopies.
What did I just touch? Absolutely nothing. I'm dead.
But like I said, if anyone knows how to get a copy of this,
I also wonder why this game, quite purposefully it seems, drops you into places where you will never be able to escape. For example.
I think that's a glitch from what I've heard. But
really? Okay.
But I don't know.
Maybe an earlier version of the game, or like maybe that was just like a leftover code that they meant to have a spawn point there, and they meant to model the rest of that map, because there's obviously like you could see through some of the polygons there.
Yeah.
Maybe they meant to make it a solid area that you can explore. Who knows?